Paco Power System Blend Night to najlepszej jakości mieszanka białkowa za rozsądną cenę. Buduje i chroni Twoje mięśnie w czasie, kiedy śpisz. Polecam, Karolina Michalczuk.
Mamy możliwość przeprowadzenia wywiadu z trenerem Tytanów Lublin, panem Delaine Swensonem, profesorem prawa na KUL i jednocześnie pasjonatem futbolu amerykańskiego. Hello, coach.
Hello.
Could you make us a short introduction? Say something about yourself. Where did you started playing football? How this passion developed, and something about yourself.
Okay. Like most American guys growing up, I grew up playing football as a kid. First with my dad and with my brother, and then of course as in junior high school I was on the football team. It was a flag football team, so it was a beginning. And then I played in high school and college, and American football is very much a part of local American culture, so every high school it's a very big thing, every college, and so it's very much a part of our culture. I grew up with it and I just love the game. It's my favorite sport.
Okay. How did it happen that you became the coach of the Titans?
Well, it was interesting. There was a group of local Polish guys who were interested in starting a football team. And one of the guys who was starting it, Sergiusz, knew a friend of mine and he knew that I liked football and I'd been involved in football. So Sergiusz contacted me and asked me if I wanted to come to a practice. So I did. I went to a practice, and it sort of all grew from there, my involvement in football.
So the team grew from this point on?
Yeah, it really started off as a sort of local initiative of a small, probably 6 or 7 guys, and then we slowly started attracting more people and more interest, and it's kind of grown from there to now we have, I think, a very good organization and a good team.
So how many players are with the Titans right now?
Well, we have just finished a couple of recruitments, so we have a lot of new prospective players. Right now I think we have around 35 or 40 people who are on our list of prospective players, and we'll have our final roster set up within the next month.
Okay, what is your favorite memory that's connected with the Titans, with the team, with games maybe?
It's been interesting for me because, of course, previously I've always been a player, and I've never been on the sidelines all the time as the coach. But I have to tell you that I love the actual games. I love standing on the sidelines, strategizing, and cheering the team on, and seeing some of our early successes last season was great for me as a coach. Really was very rewarding.
So, is there something like emotional attachment to the team?
Oh, definitely. I think anybody knows who's ever coached any sport that you're not just a coach, that oftentimes you are a priest and a confessor and a big brother and a dad and a grandfather and a banker and all sorts of things to your team members. And that's one of the things that makes it fun about being coach of the team. And plus it's so different from what I do every day as a professor and as a lawyer, that it's a great distraction from my everyday work.
So can you please explain to the viewers, what do you actually do?
Yeah, my primary job is as a law professor. I'm director of the Center for Advancing Legal Skills, and I hold the chair of American and Comparative Law at Catholic University at the Faculty of Law. But I also spend at least half of my time as an international expert on reforming post-communist legal systems. So I spend a lot of my time traveling to places like China and Russia and Georgia and Cambodia and other interesting places.
Is Poland better than all of those places?
Well, Poland is certainly much more developed than a lot of those places. And my first job in international development was actually here in Poland, and that's been now almost 15 years ago. So there's been a huge change during that time.
So you ever wished of coaching a football team somewhere else, not in Poland?
It's funny because I never thought of coaching or wanting to coach, or thought I would like coaching until I started doing it now. And certainly if the opportunity arose, I wouldn't say no because I really enjoy it. But I think really right now I have a lot of attachment to the Titans, and I want to see the Titans succeed. and get better every year. So that's my goal now.
So the Titans is your team. Maybe you'll share with us your hopes and some plans for a near future. And
Certainly. Well, we were in PFLA 8 last year, and I think that we showed the other teams that we were a force to be reckoned with. And this year we're in PFLA 2, and I think we have a very good chance of winning not only our division, but perhaps even the PFLA 2 championship, which would then qualify us for maybe moving on to the first division. And I think that's where we need to focus, and I think we can do it.
what would you, let's say, recommend for players that would like to join the team right now?
The thing is, I think there's this big misconception in countries that don't have American football, that American football is somehow very difficult or dangerous or strange in a way. The best way to do it is to either come to a game, because I think American football is the most exciting sport to watch, one of the most exciting sports to watch, in person, or come to a practice and just enjoy, just see what we do. And I think if you do, you'll fall in love with football and you'll want to play.
Thank you, Coach, for this possibility of having an interview. Dziękujemy też wszystkim widzom. Ja się nazywam Andrzej Jakubiec i rozmawialiśmy z trenerem Tytanów Lublin, profesorem prawa na katedrze KUL, Delaine Swensonem.